competitions, backstands, and the unexpected. Embark on this journey as we bring you the most unfiltered web show you've ever seen. We want the fans to voice their opinions. We want to hear what you have to say. Agree to disagree. We're the Unfiltered Feedsters, coming to you live Fridays at 8, so you better subscribe.
Hey yo, Rachality, Big Brother season's back. You gotta tell them what we've been up to.
Hey yo, at BB Nick Robobot, let's tell them about our new web show, the Unfiltered Feedsters.
What you know about us? What you know about us? What you know about us? What you know? We're the Unfiltered Feedsters coming to you live Fridays at 8, so you better subscribe.
What you know about us? What you know about us? What you know about us? What you know? We're the Unfiltered Feedsters coming to you live Fridays at 8, so you better subscribe.
Hey guys, and welcome to the Unfiltered Feedsters presented by the Big Brother Insider. I'm your co-host Nick.
And I'm your co-host Rachel.
Don't you just love that intro where the Unfiltered Feedsters come into you live Fridays at 8, so you better subscribe. I just love it so much. So by the way, guys, we're feeling really goofy tonight. We just have a lot of energy. We're excited for the show. Rachel, where them sunglasses at?
And we're blocking out the haters.
Blocking out the haters. We have a really good show tonight. We had some stuff happen this week. It was been a week of blow-ups and people expressing their feelings and stupid people being in power, people that we hate. Oh, Jesus, for the love of God, people fucking suck in this house. I hate them all. No, I'm just kidding. No, but we had some interesting stuff happen this week. And Day, we miss you. Day, we miss you.
Yes, we miss you, Day. Okay, so last Thursday we had Davon evicted by a vote of 7-2, which really sucked. And after that, we had a Rob Gronkowski takeover week. And we had the first HOH was Austin with a score of 28. And then we had 3 people tied for a score of, I do believe it was 23. And the 3 people were Vanessa, James, and Liz. At this point, we were hoping it was James would win. That way, at least one person was on the good side of the house. And James had like a 35. And Vanessa comes in. And of course, she hits a freaking 52 when the highest you can get is like a 53. So it ends up being Vanessa and Austin as the HOH. And when they come in, at first, Jeff doesn't even realize that Austin's the HOH. And he's like, why are we talking about Austin? Like, that explains this week pretty much. So for Rob Gronkowski's takeover, we had a party week with no have-nots. And Sunday, we had Austin nominating Jason and Meg, and Vanessa nominating James and John. They both had been talking about backdooring Jeff for most of the week if James took himself off the block on Vanessa's side. And so they also had John throwing the Battle of the Block to keep himself and James up there. And the BOB was a comp called No Place Like Foam. It was a completely like this maze that was completely filled with foam. And they had people from the outside in the competition, which is very interesting because I don't think I've ever remembered them doing that at all. So Jason and Meg killed the competition. They were amazing at finding these patterns that fit with the people. And John thought that James was throwing the Battle of the Block because he did so bad. But James is just a country hillbilly. I mean, you can't expect him to know patterns. So it kind of worked out for Jason and Meg. They were safe for the week, thank God, which dethroned Austin. And Vanessa was the final HOH with James and John as the nominees going into Wednesday's episode.
Wednesday, we had our veto episode. It was Gronk and Roll. We had our veto players, which was Audrey, Shelley, James, John, Austin, and Vanessa. The competition was called Gronk and Roll. It was like the exact competition as last year with the dice rolling. And I kind of like was a little pissed because it's like, I know that they redo competitions all the time, but they changed the themes of them. This was like a spitting image of what was last year. And it's like, really? you wait all week for them to give you a competition. And one of my favorite is like Veto, because they are very, you know, different, like they have their different themes. They're just creative. And for this one, I was like really taken back and disappointed in them.
But with the whole dice situation, like, you really can't change that competitions thing.
You really
like,
can't.
That's one thing that has to be the exact same thing. So for them to change it, it would have been very difficult. So I kind of understand why they kept it the same, even though it is aggravating.
It definitely is aggravating. We had, during the competition, house guests were competing against each other, taking each other out. The final round was Austin versus John. And you can definitely tell that Austin threw the competition towards the end because he was looking like an idiot, basically. If nobody else could tell that he was throwing it, I mean, come on. Let's be honest. It was right there in front of you. John wound up taking the win yet again. And it's just, I got to back it up a second. With John winning these vetoes, but doing poorly in the Battle of the Blocks because he's throwing them, I mean, hasn't anybody got tipped off yet saying, oh, wait, maybe he's throwing them, but he can be a beast mode in vetoes? Come on, start using those brains. So towards the end,
doesn't work well with people.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't work well with people. Bullshit. I mean, look at him friggin' throwing Battle of the Blocks and winning vetoes. I call bullshit. So towards the end of the episode, John does use the veto on himself, and Vanessa has to have a replacement nom, and it is Jeff. During the, when they came back from the Battle of the Block, during the whole, you know, throwing and everything, Vanessa confronted Austin in the HOH room and was like, you totally threw that competition. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, I'm not an idiot. Austin tried to play it off so well. Like, I didn't do it. I tried my hardest. I didn't know what the plan was. She's like, you didn't know what the plan was? You're kidding, right? Because we just talked about it like 100,000 times. Like, he looked like an idiot. And Vanessa, that's one thing that I do love about Vanessa. When she smells bullshit, she puts it right on the table and says, listen, this is the shit you did. I'm not fucking with you no more. But they still are working together.
The best part was when Austin was like throwing clothes on the ground, and Vanessa's like, you throwing those clothes isn't going to intimidate me. Sorry. Hate to break it to you, buddy.
Exactly. She doesn't take shit, and that's what I really like about her. Moving into Thursday's eviction episode. Yes, Jeff has been evicted. I know he was supposedly a vote for the other side of the house that we're like rooting for, but he sold out the alliance during the week to like everybody. And I just wanted him to leave because I couldn't stand his friggin' voice anymore. Just get the hell off the show, please. He was evicted by I know, Rachel. Rachel listens to me all the time going, really? He's on this cam. I can't listen to him. I'm like,
that's
Jeff,
literally the only reason I wanted him to go, was so Nick could just shut up his bitching.
I'm like, why is he on this camera? Ugh. And I'm like, I'm not watching the feeds. Rachel, live tweet. I'm not doing it. I can't. He was evicted of a vote 7-4. Thank Jesus and thank the Jocasta candle.
So who were those 4 votes, though? Let's talk about that.
Them 4 votes, though. Go ahead, Rachel.
Well, the 4 votes, we had Johnny Mac and Jackie, which we knew that those 2 were going to vote.
Mm-hmm.
So then, out of nowhere, I mean nowhere, Liz and Steve? Like, why would Liz and Steve vote? Like, what? Where did it come from?
Like, my mom and I were watching the episode together, and Rachel was on FaceTime, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck? What just happened? I'm like, what?
I was terrified that James was going to end up going home. I'm like, is Liz that stupid to where she didn't realize who she was voting for?
I don't, it's either she doesn't know how the game works, or she has a twin. Oh, wait, she does have a twin. Nope, that can't be a scenario.
Yeah, but Liz voted.
I know. But it's like, you knew what the plan was, unless you're really feeling bad for Jeff. Like,
or she was trying to throw that hinky vote, or whatever these people call it out here, and like throw Audrey under the bus, maybe, or supposedly Shelly thinks that Audrey started working with Steve, and them 2 voted to keep Jeff. That way, it would look like Shelly and Clay actually did it. So that's the whole discussion: is these 2 votes.
I don't get it. And watching the feeds last night, while Steve, like, he's saying, I'm having the same outcomes in the competition. Either I'm out like first or I win. Like, when the conversation beforehand was like them trying to figure out who was the votes and whatever, and I'm sitting there like, Steve, you can't lie, and now you're bringing this up, which makes it look like you're guilty, and you look guilty anyway.
Right.
So it's like, just keep your mouth shut and keep it moving. And if you can't lie and you can't do, dirty work in the game, then don't do it, because you can't back yourself up. You second guess yourself all the time.
Exactly.
It's just, it's so annoying. So we had the HOH competition, and it's the 90 week. So the BB takeover is the 90s in the house. So the competition was like people dressed in 90s clothes dancing to like 90s hip hop, and they were busting a move. And it was a memory game, and usually they play a video or something like that, or it's something they have to remember when they give them like clues in the house. I was taken back by the competition. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And before I knew it, the dancers were done dancing and they're answering questions, and I'm like, I need a life vest, because I don't know what just happened.
I would have been Jason. I would have been like, what? Like when they asked the first question, they're like, how many dancers? I was like, I wasn't even counting that. I was looking at their pants, their clothes. Like I wasn't even counting that.
I was stuck on the bullshit that was playing in front of me. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, is Ashton Kutcher here? Is this Punk? What the hell is going on? It's very weird this season seeing actual people that are from outside the house being a part of the competitions, and them not interacting with them, but the Battle of the Block, them interacting with them, having to go out and grab them and ask them the questions, even though they didn't answer back, they still give them like a shaking of the head, like yes, no. It's very weird.
And you can't control people. Like you have no idea what they're going to spit out at any given time.
Even though like during the week they said that the Battle of the Block people that were in like the competition, they were actors, and some of them didn't even know what show they were on. But still, you're taking a chance with people spoiling the game, and you're taking a chance with like a casualty could get hurt or something. Right. I don't know. It's just weird to me. I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, it's very weird. So
it's real weird. So we have some interesting topics.
First, let's tell them who the HOHs were for this week.
Oh yeah, what about them? Yeah, look at me moving on.
We have Liz and Shelly were the HOHs, and when they got their baskets, Liz. Well, first off, Shelly's note or letter was from her dog. We're gonna skip over that whole situation. And Liz had like got this peanut butter or whatever, and she's like, I don't know, like what does this peanut butter have to do with me? And then there was something else that she also got. And I'm sitting here going, hello, you have a twin playing the game. It's not like your mom can't just say, hey, give this to Julia. Like, that's kind of difficult there. Yeah,
I just thought it was last night when you and I watched it, and I'm sitting there, and we both look at each other while we're on like FaceTime and going, is she serious?
Like, did she forget she's playing with the twin?
Exactly. I'm like, okay, I guess this happened. And supposedly in her HOH picture, she has a picture of her being like, it's a school photo of her being little. Supposedly it's Julia, and it's not Liz.
Yeah, that's what she told Austin and Shelly and Clay.
Yep. Moving into some really interesting topics this week, we had a lot of blow-ups happen, and it's just, you think the feeds aren't going to be good, and then you get hit with, not a train. I was going to say a train, but that
don't go there.
That is wrong. I didn't even mean for that to come up and happen. Please forgive me.
So anyway, we had like, on the feeds when you're watching and it's like boring as hell and you're sitting here like, oh my God, can something just happen already? And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, this huge fight just breaks out and you're like, where the fuck did that come from?
Definitely. I didn't expect Meg and Audrey to have like a blow up. And yes, Audrey instigated it. So taking it back, in the HOH, there was Vanessa and Audrey talking about, so her name getting thrown into, like Meg saying her name about she should go to people and talk about them.
This is what happened. So Audrey, the week that Meg and Davon were up, Audrey had went to Meg and was like, look, you need to step up your game. You need to campaign. Like Day's campaigning hard. And Audrey's saying she didn't say this, but Meg is saying that Audrey said Vanessa, Liz, and Austin are trying to flip the votes and keep Day. So when Meg went up to Vanessa the next day and was like, hey, are you still voting for me? She's like, yeah. And then I guess Meg had told Vanessa. And so Vanessa was trying to like ask Audrey about it, and Audrey's like, well, I never said those names. And that was when Meg got brought up, and Meg was like, I know you said those names because I wouldn't have just pulled those names out of a hat. And Audrey kept saying, well, that's not what it is. And then Vanessa's like, well, maybe what happened was you just thought that she was insinuating those names, and those names didn't really come out of her mouth.
Can we just talk a second about Vanessa trying to interpret everybody's conversation to make everybody okay and feel no. Audrey said the names. Audrey is lying. Meg was telling the truth. Vanessa wants to be the middle ground. There's no middle ground. Audrey has a track list of telling lies.
Yep.
And Meg has never started anything before. And I was so proud of Meg for standing her ground and being like, no, you told me the names. I got up the next morning. Why would I get up the next morning with those names in my head?
Exactly.
And it's just, Audrey kept saying, nope, I didn't say that. And then she goes, in my heart, I know I didn't say that, but maybe I was paranoid and I did say those things. You say that all the time, and you did say it. I'm sitting here, I was like, can I get a witness? Please, can I get a witness? And Meg, and the whole conversation was basically about at the point of being dropped. And Meg was like, she's like, I'm basically over this shit. So she gets up and like she turns around and like her and Vanessa are good or whatever. And then Meg turns to Audrey and goes, you said those names. Those 3 names came out of your mouth. That's all I have to say. And she leaves the HOH room. And then Audrey starts like crying, Vanessa, I need you to trust me in this game. It's like, if you can't trust me, like, I'm just like, next camera. Next. And then, Meg goes downstairs and starts telling everybody. And everybody's like, oh, there she goes. She's at it again. She's talking shit.
Yeah, but these people are like, they know that she's going to talk shit and they don't do a thing about it. Like,
Exactly.
I don't understand. I do not get it. I really don't get it at all.
At this point, I feel like they're just keeping her around so they can just have something to go back to and be like, can you believe Audrey said this week? And
Well, I think they're keeping her so they're like, she's a bigger target than them.
They always have, I feel like they're keeping her because they're always going to have her be the front man and then the back door back here. So they can play like, oh, we're all putting Audrey up. Oh, no, wait, there goes the next person.
Exactly.
I just, it's getting really annoying.
Yeah. And then to top it all off, we had another blow up between Vanessa and Jeff. And this blow up was extremely entertaining because, okay, what happened?
Wait, Rachel, let's start with them with the episode, with Wednesday's episode, and then bring them into the whole conversation because we had tweeted about them not portraying the fight as it happened and them editing it not correctly. So we're going to take it from the episode and then we're going to go into what actually really happened because the bullshit is real. It is so real. We had on TV we had Vanessa going at Jeff, but it kind of looked like there wasn't a thing that he actually said, and it was more so of Vanessa just going off because a little comment. But what actually happened was, while they were actually both going at it, Jeff had said, hey, you were the one that invited me into the alliance when I'm up in the HOH room. And Vanessa just goes, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me right now? It just be taken back. I don't know. It was so awkward seeing how everything played out. Guys, we had some technical difficulties. Rachel's back in now.
Hi.
Rachel's back in?
I'm here.
Okay, good. I was just starting to explain the whole Jeff situation and like the episode. So let's all catch Rachel up. So coming in, we started with the episode, how poorly it was edited, and how we were taking it from that and then starting with the actual fight that happened. So we got up into like the HOH and stuff, like how Jeff said that Vanessa had approached him and he flipped the script. And she basically went bonkers on his ass.
Yes, Vanessa was, oh my gosh, she went crazy because they were like planning this whole fake fight just so Vanessa could put Jeff up. And Austin went in to confront Jeff while Shelly and Clay were also in the bathroom. And Austin was pretty much like, why are you saying my name, blah, blah, blah. And then Austin goes and gets Vanessa, and Vanessa's like, well, why are you throwing Shelly's name out there? Why are you throwing Clay's name out there? So they act all shocked, and Jeff's like backed into a corner, and Jeff pretty much says, you know, like, you started this alliance with me, you wanted to start the alliance with me, and she's like, got all up in his face, and basically just saying, you know, like, I didn't do this, like, you're the one that started the alliance, like, why are you starting shit about me when I'm the HOH and I obviously need someone to go up on the block? Like, why are you doing that? Are you an idiot? So Vanessa had it right then that she was putting Jeff up. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And now she just had to get everyone else to go on board with it, which they really already were.
Let's take a second and just, after that fight happened, Vanessa stormed out of the bathroom and she just starts, she's bitching and yelling, and she's like, she has this attitude. She goes up the staircase and comes around. She looks like a Disney princess at the top of the staircase going, and you won't believe what he said, and he's trying to blame me. Like, she put this whole show on. And I said to Rachel, I was like, she deserves a Emmy, Grammy, Golden Globe, whatever the hell they give away for that shit.
The best part was when she came back down, like a couple hours later, she was talking to James about it in the kitchen, and Jeff walks out of the bathroom and he's just awkwardly standing there. I mean, like, it was the most awkward situation I've ever witnessed in my life. And Vanessa looks at him, do you have something to say? And he goes, yeah, actually I do. And she goes, oh, I bet you do. And he was like basically telling her that he had just talked to Clay and Shelly about everything and basically came clean about everything. And she's like, well, good, because you lied about everything. And then she goes, if this is your sad attempt at apology, then maybe you need to talk to James, because he's a real man and he knows how to not tell a lie. And he knows, like, when he's caught in a lie, he knows to tell the truth. And it was crazy how everything just went down.
I couldn't believe that they caught Jeff off guard, and he's like, what are you trying to do? Like, I'm just, why, people? Like,
He basically just like dug his grave.
I saw him with the shovel. Austin brought flowers to the funeral.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just to let you guys know, during the video, you can comment down below and, you know, tell us your thoughts on what's going on, how you feel. You know, just let us know. We'll read them during the show, and at the end of the show, give shout outs and stuff like that. So I just want to let you guys know that. We also have...
You can also comment to us on YouTube, or not YouTube, on Twitter.
Right on our YouTube. It's happening right now. It's a live chat.
And you can comment to us on Twitter too. That's what I was trying to say.
At Unfiltered Feeds for 24/7 BB live feed updates. And check out the BBinsider.com, where you can find all spoilers. Shameless plugging. It's my favorite thing. It really is. Advertisement people, hire me.
So anyway, we also want to talk about how Clay and Shelly are kind of under the radar, playing like everyone in the house. Like, they have an alliance with every single person in the house except someone like Becky. Like, they even have an alliance with Johnny Mac. They have somewhat of like a coolness with Jackie. Like, they're literally cool with everyone in the house. It is absolutely mind-blowing. Like, how people don't realize this, I have no idea.
I just don't understand how people are not catching on. Literally, they are bouncing back and forth. Everybody will be outside. It'll be Jason, James, Meg outside on the backyard couches, and then Clay comes outside. He just pops in. Like, you don't realize them. Like, you don't see them going up to HOH and, you know, whispering in rooms.
Yeah,
people.
I think the reason why they're not getting caught is because they're not telling lies about people. They're not saying, well, this person said this or this person said that. Like, they're listening to everything and they're talking it amongst themselves, and they're not really telling everyone in the whole house.
They're just spreading everything.
They tell Austin and Vanessa and Liz like stuff that other people are saying, but they don't go tell other people what Austin, Liz, and Vanessa are saying.
Exactly. It's just beneficial to the other side of the house because they're getting all the information from over here and they're bringing it over here. And that's why they're releasing their nominations and evictions. I'm really hoping, I mean, we told you guys already the HOHs for this week. I really hope next week we get a power shift in the house, because at this point, I can't handle these people doing reckless, stupid things. It's annoying. Grow a pair and make some big moves.
Just want to throw this out there. 5 minutes ago, Battle of the Block started, so hopefully It probably won't be done by the end of our show, so don't forget to follow us on Twitter, and we will have every update that you need.
Every update, and at the BB Insider, we have all the spoilers as well. I don't know. I just think that people need to start catching on, and I have a feeling that Jason knows something's going on, but he's keeping it to himself.
Yeah, I think so too. Or he's kind of like seeing things that are very weird, kind of like with Day discovering the twins. He's kind of seeing things that are a little weird, but he's not really sure. Like last night, Clay, Shelly, Austin, Liz, and Vanessa were all up in the HOH for like almost an hour discussing the noms. And they had a cam downstairs in the nightclub room, and Jason goes, "Where's Vanessa sleeping? Is she still up there talking to them?" And so I think that kind of like put a thought in his head, which I'm really hoping it did.
How about the awkwardness, real quick, last night about Jason saying something about the twins?
With Audrey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like Audrey. I don't think Audrey knew about the twins until Jason had said something to her. But she didn't really act like it was a big deal.
No, because
later on that night, Shelly mentioned something to Audrey about it. So I'm not really sure if like Audrey had heard things or what, but like she did not act surprised.
I know she has like a prefix of like her thinking that there are twins or triplets in the house because she's read on like past Big Brother like sites and blogs and stuff and what she could expect this season. She said she did her research before coming into the house. I could do my research too, but you know what the hell they're gonna fucking throw at you. So She goes, "Oh yeah, there's probably triplets in the house." And so when Jason brought up the whole twin thing, I know she wasn't that surprised, but I'm surprised that she didn't ask questions because Audrey loves to ask questions upon questions of the same topic. One topic, 18,000 questions, just worded differently.
Exactly. Pretty much exactly what happened. Also, we need to talk about this love triangle in the house.
I do not know what the hell is going on. We have Austin, Jeff, and Liz, Lyzia, I should say, this triangle of this thing that's happening. We're gonna take it to this week's vote. She votes for Jeff, right? But she's supposedly showmancing now with Austin. They had a date together, and now they're getting fond of each other. I know this is burning a hole in Rachel so bad. Rachel, tell me just start with the whole Austin situation with his girlfriend.
Okay, so Austin, I honestly don't know what to say about this dude. He says he has a girlfriend, but you're flirting, like you're literally rubbing this girl's back for over 30 minutes straight. Like the camera is zooming in on you. There's no denying it. You're sleeping in bed, like in beds with her. Like it's weird, dude. Like you have a girlfriend. What the actual fuck are you doing? And then I hear Liz tell Vanessa that Austin told Liz that him and his girlfriend agreed to not hold each other back. So why would you say that you're in a relationship if you agreed to that?
Exactly.
Plus, Austin has also said that his girlfriend isn't marriage material.
So what's the point?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Like, I'm just like mind fucked. Completely mind fucked.
We've been so heated about this topic because it's like, in my mind, if you have a girlfriend or boyfriend outside of the house and you know you two have been together for a while and you're going to try to make it through it, I mean, at least have some respect. I mean, we don't know exactly 100% for sure what deals that they have and what they want to do, but I mean, to us, that's like so disrespectful.
Well, and you like the TV viewers kind of got a glimpse of it on I think it was Thursday night's episode where they showed like Jeff and Liz in bed. I watched that on the feeds. Like they were literally just talking about game. They weren't making out. They weren't doing anything. They were literally talking about game. And Jeff asked her about the whole twin thing. And then Austin comes in and just freaks the fuck out. I mean, he's like, why would you let him be in bed with you? Like, it was literally blown so far out of proportion.
What about his comment going, I got so much testosterone?
Oh, like, I missed that comment.
Yeah,
I heard on the show.
He was like, I have so much testosterone flow and I just worked out. Are you going to do this to me? And I'm like, are you seeing? That's not you're not with her.
The one thing that really kind of like raised a red flag with me is on the feeds when he was talking to Julie, I'm not really sure, but at one point he was like, I will kill Jeff. And obviously he would, like, I don't feel like he would kill Jeff over Liz, but it's just kind of like eyebrow raising when someone says that they would kill someone.
Even though he said he's joking afterwards, but at the same time, you're getting angry over a relationship that you don't even have in the house yet, nor does Jeff even have. So what? They're in bed together, like they're flirting, whatever. You don't have a relationship with her, nor have you put a ring on it.
Exactly. So I don't understand him or his position.
Yeah, I don't understand his position, his gameplay, his stupid diary room sessions. I just want to like smack my head against the cinder block wall. What is the point of that? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Moving on to a Vanessa and Clay blow up. Last night, they were all talking about the votes, and they were talking about, you know, are we 100%? Are we 1,000%? Are we all good and everything? Somehow, after the mix of everybody drinking, because they had gotten alcohol last night, which was very weird and very sketchy.
Not last night. This was Wednesday night.
That's what I meant, Wednesday night, guys. I'm sorry. Wednesday night, they got alcohol for, I guess, completing Grok's party or whatever, the party week. It was a gift from Grok. And it's weird because they never get alcohol on a Wednesday before a live show. So I was like, that's sketchy. Eyebrow raise. Something's like, it's not okay. So after all of this, house guests had drinks. There was like, I think like 12 beers or something like that, 3 bottles of wine. And listen, things happened. Clay and Vanessa wind up getting into like a little tiff because she goes like, are you sure you're 100% voting for Jeff to lead? And Clay turns around with a stupid comment and goes, I'm 90% sure. And she's like, what do you mean you're 90% sure? And then she just starts, you know, she goes around and talks to everybody. They're in the HOH room and she goes, what does he mean? He's only 90% sure. Like, I'm getting blood on my hands and blah, blah, blah. But let's backtrack it to when she didn't care what happened. She's going to do what she wants to do this week. So she was on her pedestal, and now she's freaking out like less than 24 hours before evictions because she's afraid people are going to flake on her vote, and now she's going to have all this blood on her hands, and she's going to look like an idiot. Well, you look like an idiot for freaking out. That's number one. You should have pulled him aside again and had another conversation besides before opening your mouth to everybody about it. So now it looks sketch between Shelly and Clay, between the rest of them. So finally, they all had a conversation, and Shelly was in the room. They all, like, jumped down Shelly's throat, and Shelly's like, well, like, I didn't do anything here. Like, I'm not the bad guy. And she's like, I'm going to get Clay because I'm not relaying this information to him. You guys can tell him how you feel. So he was brought up. Basically, Vanessa told him everything again because she loves to repeat her stories. If I have to listen to another story, I'm jumping out this window. I'm just going to jump. No, I'm really not, people. I'm not. So don't call like suicide prevention. I'm okay. So she starts telling him the story. He's like giggling, I guess, to her face. And she's like, I don't find this funny. This is a funny situation. She goes, why? You're probably laughing because I'm so angry. You probably never seen me angry. And I'm like, why do you have so many emotions right now? I'm like, I'm trying to like listen to you and live tweet, but you're going through it. I'm just going to let you have your moment, Vanessa. So finally he's like, I'm with you. I'm with you 100. Like, I'm going to vote him out. Don't worry. In his little Southern charm voice. Don't worry.
Like that, though.
I mean, it's a little highbrow now, but you know what? It was so annoying last night. I'm just like, please, why? Why is this happening? But they voted him out. You all seen that last night. So it was just very interesting that it got to a level because she literally felt like people were going to flake on her and she's going to have all this blood on her hands, which she already knew from that week that Austin had an agenda he was pushing.
Yeah, and she knew she was going to have blood on her hands when she didn't put up Audrey as a backdoor. And she was like somehow trying to rebuild Audrey's image with these people. And I'm like, why are you doing her work? Like, let her build her image with these people. And Vanessa was like, how does it look with the lesbian, like putting up a transgender and sending her out? Basically what she said. And I'm sitting here like, Audrey the person is not Audrey the game player. Like, Audrey the game player is a completely different thing than Audrey the person. Like, I got a glimpse of Audrey the person this week, and she's freaking hilarious. Like, she is
She's
so
amazing.
funny. But
She really-
Audrey the game player is just like I can't handle it. I can't handle her as a game player.
It's honestly, something happened, 2 days she's in bed. Something happened, 2 more days she's in bed. But now, like, you can now see that everything that like basically Audrey did has been blamed on Jeff. So now people are starting new with her, and now she's rising back up on the social chain.
Yep.
It's very interesting to see how somebody that did all this damage, she hasn't left yet, and damage control's been made. Like, and Vanessa the whole week was saying, I'm not going to be that person that sends Audrey out of this game because I would have guilt about that. Again, Audrey the game player, Audrey the person.
Yeah.
Two different people.
Yeah, it pretty much is.
And they want to talk about, like, cowards and people not doing what they're supposed to do and not taking out a target. Like, cowards right there.
For sure. No doubt in my mind.
Exactly. For
Jay
sure.
was definitely right whenever she said that.
Oh, most definitely. No, there's no doubt about that. And if you guys aren't, make sure to follow Davon on Twitter. I believe it's Davon_BB17. And go follow her because her tweets are hilarious. Her commentary for the episodes and the live feeds, it's really interesting to get, like, a perspective of somebody being in the house and now they're out of the house and they're just going along with the game and calling people on their shit and everything. So make sure to head over there and follow her.
It's very funny.
I just can't with her. And her emojis she uses, I can't.
Her tweet game is like at 1,000.
Right? I'm like, shit. We saw her at like 300 followers, refresh, she's at like 10K. And I'm like, shit, send some of them over here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, right? All right, so we have our backstab of the week. And it's clearly Austin to Jeff. Austin took that knife or samurai sword or just his, like, body and just, like, right in the back to Jeff, and then he got him in the front, and then he was like, "Up, here's your head." Bam! That's happened this week to Jeff. It was very...
Yeah, Austin was playing him very badly.
Yeah. I don't think
Which
Austin
Clay and Shelly were also playing him too.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I don't think Austin ever had... I mean, maybe at one point he trusted him, but I don't think Austin ever had that full trust on him because he's like, I don't really trust Jeff. I'm going to keep him here. And then they wound up getting really close. But again, it's game.
Yep, I agree. By the way, the Jeff and Austin show is over. No more podcast, which kind of sucks, but kind of a good thing.
Listen, they were funny, but when the girls did it, I think it was better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was just taken too far about sexual stuff. It was so stupid. I'm like, seriously? For what? For what entertainment? I don't know. It's just whatever. So I'm happy that's over. And our bad edits of the week. This is when we, if somebody in the house was edited terribly different from the feeds, we call it out. We're announcing that the whole Wednesday veto episode was the bad edit of the week. That whole episode was, like, not even action-packed. It was packed with so many events, and the editing was terrible on it. It's like they went to one thing right after the other with no breather. Like, I'm a fat kid and I'm running outside. I'm not going to get any water to stop. No, they made my ass run. That's how that episode was.
Yeah, I just think, like, it was kind of, like you said, all over the place. And it wasn't really edited that well because it was like the moments weren't in order as they happened on the feeds. Like, I felt like that was kind of how it happened.
It was very, to me, like
the whole, like, the Gronk party situation. They didn't even put the first Gronk party was the shower party. They started with the toga party, which was like the what? I'm definitely just like, I don't understand how they don't go in order. Like, I kind of thought that would be significant.
I understand it's editing and it's their job to make it look like more appealing and fun and whatever. But if you have the seeds and you watch these Gronk parties, they were funny to watch and interesting to see happen. But the house guest had they were not. Yeah, they had no enthusiasm at all, and it was just literally like Gronk party, and everybody's just like, woo.
Meg in the kitchen party was the best thing, though.
Yeah, it was. She's like, all right. It was just, I wish that's like the kind of stuff that in Big Brother that happens that you only get like once. And it's like, live it up while you're there. You're here for an experience, but you made it go to shit. And yes, Big Brother had 2 different ways of editing it because they could have made it if they were all happy and excited. Oh yeah, we're doing this. Or they took a more funny approach about it and showed how like over the house guests were with the party.
Yeah, we also had the Gronk, I guess you would call it a luxury comp. I don't really know what you'd call it, but
You can call it that.
it was Meg, John, Vanessa, and Austin, and Jason. And Meg won the cruise with Gronk and his family. So that's interesting. Because Meg was literally just talking about the day before that she wanted to make out with him if he was in the backyard. So
it wasn't. I don't even think it was a 5-minute competition. I think it took more time for them to get like together in the house and go outside than it did for that competition to finish.
yeah, pretty much.
And it was like CBS was like, here, veto, whatever. Oh, there we go. Gronk luxury competition, and it's
Yeah, the luxury comp was literally like 20 minutes before the nomination ceremony, like the veto ceremony.
I'm just like, why, people? What are you doing?
Yeah, I would.
To see them pack all that shit in one episode. I don't recommend that. CBS, and CBS, if you're watching, don't do it again. It was terrible. Felt violated. Too much shit.
Okay, we should simmer Nick down for now and talk about our super fan of the week.
Let's get to that.
Our super fan of the week is at I Love Cheese 777. So don't forget to follow her. She will be in our Twitter bio.
And let me guys show you a picture of her Twitter.
Yes.
Here we are. Are we zoomed in, Rachel?
Yes.
Great.
A lovely beach photo.
I wish I was on a beach.
I know, right? That would be so much fun.
Here we go, guys. Make sure to follow her at I Love Cheese 777. And also don't.
But does she really love cheese, though? I would actually like to know.
Listen, girl. We were talking about this before. If you're watching, we were like, does she really love cheese? And I'm like, she probably hates cheese, and it's really just a sarcastic name. But then what if you really do like cheese? That is the question. We got
that
you.
Is the actual question.
Don't forget that you guys can head over to the BigBrotherInsider.com, the BBinsider.com, and we have our Unfiltered Feedsters section where you can see, we have our latest videos that are up. It has a little bit about us. We have our episodes, the host, a super fan of the week like you saw before. There we go. And we have all the other ones listed there. So if you go there, make sure to follow the other 2 that we have. And also we have all our spoilers and all that good stuff right on the homepage. We have some Ryan rankings you can check out and all that good stuff. And then look, our little super fan of the week is here again. So make sure to go follow her.
Man.
You got it? Good.
Go follow her.
And then while you're over there, make sure to, follow all our social media links.
Yeah. How are you not following us right now?
Exactly.
Go follow us. You could be our next super fan of the week. Who knows?
And we do 24/7 live tweet updating.
As long as we're awake.
Yeah, as long as we're awake. And
what's sleep in Big Brother? What's sleep?
What is sleep? Insert GIF here now. Or GIF, however you guys say it.
We have our funny highlight of the week, which this was actually kind of hard because Gronk's parties, some of them were really funny. Like the first one, everybody was so excited. And so it was very difficult picking our funny highlight of the week, but we have it. And it is a Big Brother musical.
Can we just take a second? If you guys aren't laughing during this video, Rachel, mute yourself because your ass is going to be laughing. I don't know how you can live your life if you don't laugh at this. Let's get this started.
This is how our Broadway production opens. Now, at one point in time, each one of you will be involved in another number.
Okay, I've got drafting.
Oh yeah!
Okay, here we go. Right here with the faces.
Okay, there we go. It's gonna take me a second.
Huge.
Okay.
Let's get everything already.
Okay, hang on. Oh, y'all. Boom,
Okay.
boom, boom, boom. 5, 6, 7, 8. I wake up in the morning and think to myself, is this real? Is it really real? I'm in the Big Brother house. I can't believe that this is real. Is this really real?
Is it real?
Is it real?
I think it's real.
Tell me that this is my life. This is your love. Big brother, this is my life. When the sun comes out and we go outside to be continued.
Oh my gosh, they are so.
Is it real?
Is it really real?
Is it really real? Literally, Rachel and I have been singing this since it happened. Oh my god, it's so funny. We have a timestamp for you guys. If you want to go watch the BB Life musical, the timestamp is Wednesday, 7:15, starting at 8:19 PST on Camp 3. So just
We'll
type
put that down below.
We'll put it down below, and it's the same exact time as listed on the Big Brother live feeds. So flash back and watch it. It's hysterical. And even back it up a little bit before that, because you see them practicing, and that's when it's the best.
Yes, because they're trying to like figure everything out, and they're just like racing back and forth. It's freaking hilarious.
I really hope that they continue the musical.
Oh, for sure.
It's one of the funniest things.
For sure.
We want to just take some time, guys, and we want to say again, make sure to follow our super fan of the week at I Love Cheese 777, and we want to go through some of our comments on the video right now. Just give some shout outs. We see you, Mama Ro.
Shout out, Mama Ro.
Shout out, Mama Ro. Let's see, who else do we have here? Oh, are they not giving us our names?
We have Jen, who said Clay and his weird lips licking in the video. He does it all the time.
He's like, nom, 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 nom. And also, thanks, Jen. We saw that you came in late, but girl, we know you're going to watch again. Oh my God, it's so funny. We also have John, the BB Insider, in the chat. Shout out.
And we also have Get Off My Lawn. Shout out to you.
I was about to say, where's everybody's name on here? Literally at the bottom. Yeah, shout out to Get Off My Lawn. No, literally, I got to get off my lawn because I'm bombing this.
Yeah. We have a lot of Mama Ro in the comments.
Living free, Mama Ro.
We see you.
Yes.
Getting up at 5 in the morning and talking with us.
Yes, Jen, the musical is much better than the stupid podcast. Oh my God, it's so funny. We can't thank you guys enough for, coming out and watching this with us every Friday at 8. We are so grateful to have a platform like this to talk with you. And we thank you for everybody who's following us on Twitter at Unfiltered Feeds. Again, we live update 24/7. It's been amazing. It really has. And we're only in our 3rd live episode, so it's only going to get better. I
also want to say, sorry for my technical difficulties. I knew they were happening, and I've been telling Nick ever since it started that was my biggest fear was technical difficulties. I'm glad we recovered well.
I mean, I was just like, oh, and she's gone. Great. Let's talk about Jeff. And I'm like, well, what happened was, is Rachel back? What happened was Rachel's FaceTiming. Stop it. What happened was, it was great. I mean, I don't care. We're unfiltered. Shit happens. What are you going to do? Honestly.
Yeah, you got to roll with the punches.
You do. Just to let you guys know that next week, which is July 24th, there won't be a live show on Friday, but we will have an episode up that's pre-recorded at 8 o'clock. So it will be up, and we'll send you guys reminders saying that we're not going to be live, but there is an episode. All right? And then we'll be back the following week, which is July 31st, and we'll have a live show, and we'll be back live. So don't go anywhere. Make sure to watch. And tell your friends, right? And tell your friends about us. Send them the link to the YouTube page. Tell them to subscribe. Check out the BB.
And don't forget to watch our old videos. Go to our page and watch our old videos.
Yeah, start from the beginning. Start from when it first happened.
We have a video where Nick went to a premiere party and met some of the former house guests. Watch it. It's great. You get to see pictures and hear stories about how you like him meeting the house guests and stuff. Don't forget to watch that.
And also, in there, that there's a little spoiler about how Gina, Marie, and Andy from BB17 got to the final 2 together, so you're going to want to watch that. Again, thank you guys for coming out and staying with the show.
Are they really coming out, or are they sitting in their home watching this right now?
I mean, they could be out on their patio. I mean,
that's true.
Again, follow all our social media. The links are down below. Follow our super fan of the week. If you want to be our super fan of the week, we'll find you. Make sure
comment to us on Twitter. Have conversations with us. We love to hear your opinions.
Exactly. We love to hear what you have to say. Even if you don't agree with us, we're not going to shoot you down. We're going to have a conversation about it. We love it. We're totally unfiltered. We want to hear what you have to say. Don't be afraid. Interact. Make sure to follow us. All our social media is down. We have our subscribe button. Click it if you're not already subscribed. And share it with your friends. We want more of you guys here so you can enjoy our funny, awkward, sarcastic, mad, angry rants of great things that happen. See? I did it. All right, great. We have been the Unfiltered Feedsters presented by the BB Insider. I'm your co-host, Nick.
And I'm your co-host, Rachel.
Now go out there and start following us, doing things, and do great things this week. And hopefully there's a fucking power shift and Jason wins the goddamn battle of the block, because if not,
we're going to lose our shit, people.
We're going to lose our shit, and next week will be a fucking good episode. So stay tuned, okay?
Bye, guys.
Okay, just remember to follow us. Jeez, do it. See you guys.